Welcome to my channel. In this video, I will share with you a very easy bag recipe, the model of which belongs to a famous brand. It is a very enjoyable production. I am sure that even those who are starting to knit for the first time can do it very easily. Look, we worked exactly as in the original. Our model consists of handrails by directly building our model. See the latest? We finished our bag by sliding the mouth part. The original bag had a lining and a zipper at the mouth. I knitted and completed my bag. Finally, it will go to the tailor. There will be a lining on the inside and a zipper on the mouth. Such a chain was used in the original. You can also make different handles. I preferred the original thread. I used a glittery thread again. Look, I want to show it like this. Our color is a little darker. I hope it's understandable. Again, I shared all the details with you step by step in the video. I hope it will be a useful content, a bag very suitable for daily use. It was such a beautiful and stylish piece. It is very enjoyable and easy to make. Before moving on to our detailed recipe, I would like to make a small request from you. I would be really happy if you could subscribe to our channel for free, like the video, and leave your comments. Let's move on to our recipe. I will use the glittery polyester macrame yarn used in the brand. Look at the texture up close like this. It was a slightly thicker thread used in the brand, and I will use a thinner one here. You can also choose thicker glittery macrame threads. We will use polyester macrame. I bought all my materials from Axover Boutique. I will add the link to your Instagram account in the description section below. By clicking there, you can reach the Axa Knitting Boutique and look at the different colors of this yarn. There are many different color options. As I said, we will use glittery polyester macrame yarn. You can get detailed information from the Axa Knitting Boutique. We will knit a bag very easily from a ball of yarn. If you make it with the measurements I gave, I think there will be even two. But if you want, you can enlarge the size of it as you wish. You can adjust the dimensions as you wish in the time we have described now. I want to put my yarn like this. My crochet number will be 3.5 millimeters. You can determine your own crochet number according to the thinness and thickness of your own yarn, the tightness and looseness of your knitting. Look at the texture of the yarn I used closely. I would like to show you that we first start with a chain. After locking our first chain, we prepare our starting chains so that they are a little looser than the setting we knitted. I've never bothered with counting chains like this here. I pulled my 40 chains. When there is a leftover chain, I have hidden it by removing it, or you can cut it off. Now we won't waste any time counting chains. Let's prepare our chains so that they are 5 to 10 centimeters larger than the size you want. As I said, if there is any leftover chain, we can remove it by cutting or disassembling it. Now look here, with the corner example, I will only count the straight points with this corner handrail. We will create 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11 handrail points first, and then turns at the corners. Actually, it is a very easy example. When we do it now, you will see it very easily. Now I have pulled my chain enough. I will describe the model in a small example, but since we are only creating handrails here, you can use whatever you want. You can start with the length of a bag without a base. Now I'm turning the reverse part of the chain, not the straight part. We'll use these dashed lines at the back. Look, we'll use these parts. I'm filling it. I left the 1, 2, 3 chain at the beginning and dipped into the 4th chain and removed the stitch. You have 3 stitches. I'm filling them together. I wrap them together again, knitting them together to create a double handrail. I am preparing. We will accept a handrail in the first 3 chains. I fill it. I come to the same chain and knit the second handrail. I fill it directly. There is no chain in between during transitions. After wrapping, we leave 1 or 2 chains at the bottom. Sink into the back cut line of the 3rd chain. Remove the loop and knit 3 double handrails in the same chain. See 2 and 3. This is exactly how we started. If you think I knitted too fast at this stage, you can slow down the video or, on the contrary, watch it by speeding it up. I fill it directly. There is no chain. I immediately knit 3 handrails by leaving the next 1, 2 chains and sinking into the back cut line of the 3rd chain. 1, same chain 2, same chain 3. Look, When we pull it, it will be straightened. See how you can make this banister group as much as you want in this way. As I said, I continued this until there were 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11%. Do you look beautiful in this color? It's such a beautiful navy blue color. It turned out really nice too. A very, very easy example. Now, skip 1 to 2 spaces as much as you want and go to step 3. You can knit 3 handrails by inserting them into the chain, however long you want the length of your bag. You can set. The important thing here is the corner turning points. Now let's take a turn. Look. Let this be enough to provide examples. We established 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 models. Here there were 11. You can set up 11 instances. If you want to make it in the same size as me, I'm filling up now. Look. Here I come back to the last 3 handrails I made. I'm knitting 3 more handrails. 1, 2, and 3. Now my chain has also increased here. You can remove this if you want. If you want, you can cut it now like me. Let's cut and remove starting from chains 1, 2, 3. Let's remove that first chain and make the other point a lock. We will hide this too. Look, we knitted 3 handrails at the last point. Then we knitted another 3 again. Now we will knit another 3. We will knit a total of 9 handrails in the last chain. Look, 3, 6, 9. This is how we made our return. Now we continue. When we do it, we are direct. There were 2 chains that we will hide at this stage. We go here and immediately sink to the point where the chain we knitted in this group of 3 is, and knit 3 handrails again to this point. 1, 2, 3, see, we fill it. We pass 2 chains and knit another group of 3 to the chain point where we knitted our 3 handrails again. We knit 2 and 3. Let's leave the short rope here. We've hidden enough. I'm filling up. Come to the chain where there is another group of 3. Look, these will always come together. 1, 2, and 3. Look, the model is really very easy. I'm filling up, and I come to the last chain here. Look, I knitted the banisters. I come to the last chain and knit 6 handrails at this point. When I started, I knitted 1, 2, 3 handrails together with the chain. Now I'm completing 6. We will have 9 handrail points, including 6. 3. Let's expand a little bit. I'm knitting the last 3 handrails. 1, 2, 3. Look. There were 9 handrails in total. Now the point where the chain is when combining is our starting point. I sink to the top of the first railing. I remove the noose. I'm scrolling. See, the scroll formed the headspace of the chain. Now I continue scrolling. Look, I'm sinking into another banister. I removed the noose. I swiped once more. Another look. I sank into the first railing of the trio and made another slide. After this slide, I pull 1 chain. I stretch my loop slightly, hold it, and turn it like this. I took a loop from this point and passed it through here. I fill both stitches. I'm hanging up. I started this point with 1 handrail. I'm filling up. Look, this is our starting point. Now I pass the triple banister and come to this wide gap. And to this point, I knit 3 handrails. I wrap 1, 2, 3. The other 3 pass and sink into the gap. I knit 3 handrails again. 1, 2, 3. See, this is our starting point. When we finish, we will have knitted the remaining 2 handrails. I fill them. I come to another group and knit 3 handrails in the gap. I loop them. See here. We have knitted 9 handrails. 1, 2, 3 of them. I jump and sink into the gap. Look. 1, 2, 3 handrails. We jumped. 3 handrails into the gap. 1, 2, 3 right here. Our bag will be indented. I fill it directly. There is no chain in between. Look again. 1, 2, 3. I separate the handrail like this. 3 again in the wide gap. I'm knitting a banister. 1, 2, 3. Immediately the bag becomes hollow. Look, I'm filling it. I pass the third again and knit 3 banisters in the gap. Now look, we've made the turn. Let's continue as we described. We'll skip 3 of them here again. We'll sink into the gap. We'll skip the 3 and sink into that gap. We came here, we knitted the triple handrail group, and we came to the point where the first handrail we knitted is now. We are sinking into this wide gap. We pass the triple handrail group and enter the intermediate wide gap and knit 2 handrails. We knitted 1 or 2 when we started. Look, I'm skipping this handrail here. I'm sinking to the top of the first handrail. Look, it is not the handrail we knitted, but the first handrail of the next 3 that we sink into and take off the stitch and make the shift. Look, this slide creates the headspace of the handrail here. Then, at this point, I pull a chain, stretch the loop slightly, and turn my hook like this. From this point, I wrap my rope and make a loop. I fill in 2 stitches. Look, I'm knitting 2 stitches. We start with a banister. In this way, we create our beginning at the top. The beginning will always slide like this. I'm filling up. Another look, we will pass the triple banister and sink into the intermediate space and work on these points from now on. We will always knit the triple handrail group. We pass the triple row and sink into the intermediate space and knit the triple handrail group. Look, there is no difference in the corners. We will come to the end of the row by constantly repeating this process. The important thing is that I want the end and the beginning of the row. Look, when you finish it this way, the end and the beginning of the bag are the same on both sides. It is not at all obvious. Let's come to the end of the row. Let's share the ending with you once again. We have come to the end of our row. At this point, I made the triple handrail group. The last point is here, the first part where we started. I immediately sink into the intermediate space. I'm knitting the remaining 2 handrail groups here. Then we tie our row by sinking not to the railing here, but to the first railing of the trio, removing the loop and slipping. Look, we will finish and start like this. It will look the same on both sides. Look, I want to show it like this. How many rows have I knitted here? I said there were 11 pieces here. Let's count again. We started with 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11 handrails, turned and finished on this side as we described. Then we finished our bag by knitting 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 13 rows. I would like to tell you the dimensions as well. The best depth is 23 centimeters. Look, the short side is 14 centimeters. This is the measurement. Even if we use the same yarn and the same crochet number here, the measurements I give may be slightly different from your measurements. This will vary depending on our knitting tightness and looseness. The original bag had aces inside a zipper at the mouth. I knitted this bag. He will go to the tailor. Aces and zipper will come. And a chain like this was used in the bag. I also had oval spring rings in my hand. I will place them aside, attach my chain, and complete it. At the end, I will go to the tailor and get a lining on the inside and a zipper on the lower part, but I want to show the finishing part right away. If you want, you can finish it directly here. I finished it by scrolling. To make the lower part a little more solid, I am sinking it into another handrail right after the first scroll here. I take it off and make a slide again. I sink into another banister. I take off the loop. I pass the stitch I removed through the waiting stitch. By shifting like this, I finish the mouth part last. At the end, look, I cut my rope and complete the slide in this way. You can if you want. You can do it if you want. It's entirely up to your taste. This is how we complete our bag. The recipe was so easy and enjoyable. I hope you like it and try it too. I wish good luck to those who will do it. Don't forget to like our video, leave a comment and subscribe to our channel. Goodbye until we see you in the next video.